Hello, dearest Libra. Welcome back to the channel. Before I begin, I just want to say a huge thank you. You guys took the cake. I want to thank you so much for the outpour of love that I received from you guys. It was amazing. I'm so glad you enjoyed. I'm so glad it resonated with you. I'm just really happy that we can all be doing this together and enjoying things. For people joining the channel or the first time viewing, I would like to just say that take what resonates. If it does not resonate, leave it behind. Be sure to check your other placements. There might be messages for you there. If nothing whatsoever resonates, leave it behind. The message is not for you at this time. I did already shuffle the cards because I started a video and I did not like it. With that said, usually I do show that I am shuffling and things like that, but I kind of messed up my intro here. Please, if it resonates or if you simply enjoyed, like and subscribe. I thank you guys so much. You guys really did take the cake. It is amazing. I appreciate you so much for being here, and I'm so excited to be doing this reading with you. The last reading kind of spoke on success coming your way, Libra. So I am trying to talk a little bit louder. I am having some technical difficulties, but there was concerns brought up in my other videos, so hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully this sound is decent. And we'll go ahead and get this show on the road here. We have the overall energy of the deck is death. Oh, you know what? Before I do this, Libra, I just want to say that these videos will be a little bit shorter. The last video was an introductory. It was an extensive reading. I will be doing other content, future content. So we'll be doing the love readings. We'll be doing oracles, possibly even affirmations and a couple of other ideas as well. So if you really enjoyed that part, keep checking back because I promise it is coming. I now am up to 20 versus my 13, so I'm really excited to get these going for you guys. So with that said, overall energy of the deck is the Death card. This lovely lady right here. What our current situation is the Knight of Charisma in reverse. We have the Devil in the reverse is what crossing us. That's what supports you or challenges you. We have the Sun in the reverse card for our foundation of the question or our current situation or what we should be focusing on. We have the Two of Strength in the past position. We have the Lovers in the past position. That is in the reverse. That is, or I'm sorry, did I say the past position? I'm sorry. We have the Lovers in the reverse position, and that is for the possibilities involved or what we might be hoping for. We then have the Chariot card. Oh my goodness, we got some big things coming, Libra. The Chariot is in the near future. The Four of Charisma is you and the energy you're bringing to this reading. We have the Nine of Intelligence, which is the environmental or external influences, or it can be the subconscious. The King of Wisdom in the reverse position is your hopes and fears and reminders and warnings. That can be the advice card for our reading. The Four of Strength is our outcome. It is in the reverse position. Now, this is kind of funny to me. I'm going to just take a pause. If you didn't watch the last video, please check it out. It is a long one, but believe me, this is very interesting to me. It did talk about love coming in. It did talk about success. It did talk about greed. And it did talk about leaning on others and collaborating with others. You do have quite a few change cards here, Libra. What also kind of strikes me very interestingly is you have a lot of major arcana. So for the week of January 15th through the 29th, the weeks of those, we have some things coming in. This might lead up into February. Obviously it does. This might continue into February is what I'm trying to say. So with this, this is going to be a general reading. We will then clarify your outcome here. And then we will do the Shaman's Dream Oracle card to close out the reading. Again, don't worry about these reverse cards, especially like the Lovers up here, the Four of Strength here. These things can be changed. They can always be altered. They can always be kind of directed the way we want them to be. So don't panic. But I know we are working on things. We are all doing shadow work. We are new year, new me. A lot of the signs are in these areas of life right now. And obviously, I think that is because we're coming out of 2022. So nothing to be worried about. Everything is hunky-dunky-dory. Everything's going to be fine. We're just doing the work. That's all it is. We're just doing the work, and everything's going to be fantastic. We are, it's only butterflies and rainbows from here on out, Libra. So, let's go ahead. We're going to get this going here. Oh, goodness. Well, I say that, and then I get hung up on something. So, we have death. This is the overall energy of the deck. Transformation from one perceptual reality to another, and the ending of habitual patterns. So remember, the death card is about change, ending cycles. It's not a scary card. It can be a little bit, but it's not anything bad. A lot of the time we need these changes to happen to better grow. So with that said, endings, rebirth, change, transformation, letting go. It can seem frightening, but death is really a positive card that signifies change. One phase is ending, another one's beginning. This change can feel sudden. It might be scary or painful, and it may involve grief. But remember that death heralds new beginnings. Growing pains are signs of progress. Leave behind unnecessary and harmful attachments so you can better embrace the new you. All right. Let's get this party started. All right, not a charisma. All right, current situation for Libra. We are in the reverse position, but we are the Knight of Charisma. Finding a way to enjoy routine, take responsibility for our own success, and let go of expectations. Good work speaks for itself. We have touched base on this. I don't remember if it was in yours or a couple of other readings. Sometimes we set expectations unrealistically, a little too high. Things don't happen the way we want, and all of a sudden we're disappointed and disgruntled and ticked off, to say the least, right? So we need to be able to find that way to enjoy our day-to-day droll life, which can be really hard. But you just have to be a little more grateful, which we have talked in almost every video. Gratitude is so important. We take responsibility for our own success. Sometimes it is easier to point the finger at something else, and I am totally at fault with this, so don't feel alone if you are in this position. This is our current situation, so we need to take responsibility for our failures or our successes, right? We can't be being like, oh, well, it's because of this and that. And there's definitely external influences to some problems, don't get me wrong, but sometimes we get a little too comfortable with pointing the finger. So let go of those expectations, set realistic ones, and when things don't happen quite the way you want them to, or maybe it's not exactly what you had in mind, but it still was a success, we want to be happy about it, and we want to do, as it says, good work speaks for itself. So if you did a good job, it's going to be recognized. It's going to be fantastic. Stop doubting it. Stop fighting it. And don't be upset when, you know what, yeah, okay, let's say we wanted a dollar raise and we only got 25 cents because that's what the company will do. Be happy because that's still leading you in that right direction. We then have the Devil card. The Devil card is what is crossing us. That is what supports or challenges us. The Devil, card number 15. The Devil says, how do we deal with our shadow self? This card calls us to cut through lies and see how honest we can be with ourselves. So doing the shadow work, being objective. We're not going to beat ourselves down, but we are going to do the work and figure out what we need to improve, what we need to grow on, what we should change. How can we be better? What is stopping us? Now we are in the reversed position, which for this card is actually an extreme positive. So it's releasing and it's changing and it's breaking cycles, which is fantastic. This could be generational, this could be personal, this could be behavioral, this could be addictions. So this is a very, very good sign. This card is a call to action or a harbinger of change. You are ready to break the cycle of addiction, unhealthy habits, and problematic dependencies and move forward to become a more fulfilled and happier you. Release yourself from those change. So even then, we could have a codependency. We could have a codependency with this, with the lover that we have here. And this doesn't always mean that that will be an abrupt end to your relationship or anything like that, because we did have those successes mentioned in the previous reading. It could be just time to have a clear conversation and communicate your needs, because people aren't mind readers. And if you don't address the problem, conflict will grow. You can't run away. The conflict will get worse, right? Just things to think about, things to focus on. And it could be perhaps a cycle that does need to end so that you can find new love or new opportunities. Well. All right, Libra. We then have the Sun card, which, again, boom, 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 boom. There are so many major arcana in this. This is beautiful. The Sun, we may have talked about this in the last reading as well. This is a very popular card right now. The Sun is the current situation, the foundation for the current situation, or the question you have in your mind, or what we should be focusing on. The Sun says returning to the innocence and vitality of childhood. So, optimism, freedom from care, trouble seeing the bright side. The Sun card can hint a few different things. Either you're having difficult seeing and appreciating the silver linings, or your successes and celebrations are taking longer to actualize. Be patient, because happiness, joy, and love are on the horizon. But be careful not to be overly optimistic. Check with those to make sure you are being realistic, right? Again, Knight of Charisma, the Sun, okay? So you might be getting disappointed because things aren't happening the way you exactly want them to, which is very easy to do. It's not just you, it's everybody. It's, a lot of us, we set these expectations, or we live in la la land. We actually have a joke in my family of, so-and-so's world, and things, you don't react the way that they wanted you to, and all of a sudden you're kind of in the doghouse. Just a running gag, and it's throughout the whole family. But, these are things that you do kind of have to just enjoy. So if we're in the Sun and we're in the reverse and we need to focus on that, be happy, be optimistic, see those silver linings, see the wonderful, awesome successes that you have, enjoy life, seek adventure, find things exciting again and happy, and be grateful for them, because even though it's not exactly what you had in mind, it's something better. It's something forward. It's something right there. You're grabbing it, Libra. You've got it. So we do have in the past position the Two of Strength, growing and making progress towards your future goal. You absolutely are. Enjoying discovering what you do, right? You are absolutely on this path from your past. So you are growing, you are making the progress, and you are going to achieve your goal. The success is right here. It's just moving a little slower than you want. Lovers. The Lovers card. Number 6, we are in the reverse position. This is what is the possibilities involved, or what we might be hoping for. They are in the reverse. Finding harmony and relating with yourself and others while honoring your values. Honoring your values. Who doesn't want love? Who doesn't want success? Who doesn't want harmonious relationships and unity and success in those and aligned values, right? So With the possibilities involved, the Lovers in the reverse position does stand for uncertainty, disharmony, misalignment, and temptation. The Lovers may indicate disharmony, something may be off in a relationship with a loved one. Perhaps the communication is strained, or maybe you and your crush don't share the same values. The Lovers reversed may also indicate that you're not in harmony with yourself, that you and your partner are being pulled apart by outside influences, or that you're uncertain about the partnership. So, with the possibilities involved there may be relationship issues, there may be strain. A lot of things are in retrograde right now, and they're going direct, or they did just go into direct. You might be struggling. There might be disharmony within you, because I know you did get quite a few things in your last reading that was very much, again, just like everyone else, was shadow work and figuring these things out. And kind of focusing on a self-love, a place of abundance to kind of put out into the world and to get away from this negativity. So, not only could it be a relationship issue or an ending cycle that may be involved, honestly, perhaps maybe you're hoping for an end to come to a relationship, and that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes you do your best. But again, it does kind of feel like there might just be a communication that is needed. But again, you do have the change, and you do have the devil. And these talk about ending cycles, they letting go, releasing yourself, freeing yourself from chains and codependencies and addictions, and moving forward so that better things can come in. You then have the Chariot following that in the near future. The Chariot is all about change and movement and success and momentum. So it's very interesting, Libra. This is very interesting. The Chariot says, in your near future, the Chariot says, following through on your intentions and manifesting your desire. Perhaps there is another person in your life as well, Libra. Perhaps that is a decision to be made. Willpower, success, assurance, action, momentum. The Chariot takes what the Lovers teach about self-knowledge and understanding and forges it into a tool of courageous success. The Chariot charges forward with determination. While challenges and roadblocks are inevitable, you will, in the end, prevail. See, and your last reading was about success coming. So, whatever your goal is, whatever you're manifesting, whatever your intentions are, you are doing it, Libra. It is coming in. Beautiful. It's amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Four of Charisma. Okay, so you did. I don't remember if it was this card per se. This is you and the energy you are bringing to the deck. I can't remember if it was that card per se, but I know we talked about a little bit of greed, or veering from being greedy and hoarding. Being careful with finances while not falling into fear or greed. Now, since this is you, and it's not reversed, this is the energy you have, I actually do feel like you have, or at least right now, you are succeeding with this. Because you are making sure that, yes, you are setting your limits and your boundaries, and you're thinking purchases through. You're either saving or, budgeting, couponing, whatever it may be. But you are not falling into fear and despair and being, a place of lack, right? And you're not being greedy. You're not feeling greedy about it. So you're like, yeah, I'm not quite being stingy, a little more frugal, but I'm also not splurging wherever I can. So that is actually a wonderful energy. And perhaps it's not even just finances with this reading here, Libra. We could be talking about maybe you are being a little more frugal with your time, with your energy, especially if you're walking away from this codependency, or looking into enjoying things more. Anything of this matter. This could be your time, this could be your energy, this could be your attention, because we want reciprocity. We want success. We want what we desire. And again, perhaps maybe it is partially because things aren't working the way you expected them to. And that can be disappointing. Right? Now, you do have the environmental and external influence of the Nine of Intelligence, which again can be the subconscious. This has been a popular card as well. I'm pretty sure you got it. I'm pretty sure every single sign has gotten this card, which I do think is interesting. Now we are in the upright position, so looking at how thoughts can create turmoil and finding a way to observe them from a dispassionate space of stillness. So this is looking objectively, doing the work to get rid of to make it through our shadow work, to get rid of our codependencies, to get rid of our struggles and our fears, and to not beat ourselves up about it, but to fix what we need to improve, right? So that's wonderful. And perhaps you have reached a place, because this could be external, this could be a place of, you know what, I'm not going to take your emotional or mental abuse. I'm not going to do it. Because I control how you affect me. I can't control you, but I can control how you affect me. We then have hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings for my dearest Libras. The King of Wisdom. The King of Wisdom. It is in the reverse position, so we will take it as most likely a fear, a warning, or just a general advice, right? If I could even find it. They didn't want me to find that for you. My goodness. Eventually, we will have these memorized. Fully accepting this moment, allowing complaints to dissolve, and being kind to yourself. Wow. Okay, so you know what? Like I just said, it is just warning you, live in the present. This is your reminder. Live in the present. Complaining does you no good. Be grateful. If anyone doesn't like you or has complaints about you, think objectively if it is actually an issue or something that you think you can fix or should work on. But if it's just hater talk, let it go. Don't let it bother you. Love yourself. Love yourself, which I know was in your last reading. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Accept yourself. And again, we have the Four of Strength in the reverse as our outcome. They're telling you, and it is easier said than done to fix these things. I understand. It's hard to gain trust back. It's hard to love again. It is hard to believe or take leaps of faith or to think positively. But once you rewire and you get that going, you're going to be so much happier that you did. A Four of Strength. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Seek out others to collaborate with. So in your outcome, you're going to find that you're struggling a little bit. Again, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe there's a past trauma that you are still healing from at this point. That is kind of pushing you into that area, which is totally fine. It is a work in progress. It is totally fine because you're getting there. You are getting there. I know you are. I can feel it. There is success coming. There's absolutely a change coming. Please clarify the Four of Strength for Libra. Clarify the Four of Strength for Libra. Clarify the Four of Strength for Libra. You know what? Oh, okay. All right. They actually gave me a bunch of cards for you, Libra, because you are right now my favorite. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. We do have the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. We have the Five of Wands in the upright, the Three of Swords in the upright, and we actually have the Empress for you, Libra. The Three of Swords is a little concerning, of course, because it is a normally a betrayal. But let's dig into this. Let's dig into this because I don't think, you know what, honestly, even if you do have some negative things coming up for you in the next couple of weeks, I think there is a possibility that it will be for the best. Well, I mean, obviously, again, what is meant for you is meant for you. It will never pass you by. It will actually come effortlessly. Now, you do have to do inspired actions for things like, success. You can't just hide away in your house for, hoping that money falls out of the sky, or even a love interest. You can't hide away in your house for a new relationship to find you. You would have to leave your house to do these things. But they won't require you to change yourself unless you're improving. It won't, you won't have to hide who you are or hide behind a mask. You'll be able to be transparent, and that will bring in. The Ten of Pentacles is an instability and inequality and unfairness and isolation and a disconnection. The Ten of Pentacles warns of an imbalance or insecurity among your loved ones or community. The inequality and tension is most likely related to money, inheritance, or isolation. Take some time to evaluate whether things are currently fair to everyone. How is each member of your circle spiritually tended to at this moment? What changes can you make to return everyone to a place of stability, prosperity, and connectivity? I will say, even though that is that could resonate with you, again, you might feel this way because of the situations listed above. So, like, we have the Lovers in reverse. We have the Change. We have the Devil card. We have the Chariot. We have a lot of endings leading to new beginnings. So it might be an instability at first. It could be an insecurity. It might be a concern for you. You might feel like things aren't working in your way, or you're a little heartbroken or sad because of these things. But a lot of the time we get this huge upheaval. I'm really surprised you didn't get a Tower in this reading, because it seems like it might be a little more of a Tower moment, a little more chaotic. But I feel like you're kind of choosing this. So yeah, things are weird and different, and you might feel a little unfair, or you're being treated unfairly, and you might feel isolated and you might feel disconnected, which obviously this Four of Strength, you're struggling to have a team, you're struggling to collaborate yet again. So you might have a trigger here, right? But you do have the Knight of Pentacles coming in at this weird little juncture here, and the Knight of Pentacles is provision and productivity and conservatism and responsibility and perfectionism. So they're becoming more adept at their craft, but have yet to maintain mastery. They're occasionally dealing with failure while growing their skill set along the way. The Knight's progress is never a straight line, but it is steady, continuous journey. They're trying hard to develop success, knowledge, and security and consistency, and hard work are key to their success. So this is you, Libra. This is you. So yes, we have this little bit of instability. Again, maybe it's our expectations being too high. They're not being realistic. So you kind of feel, wah, wah. But then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, I'm responsible. I'm responsible for my success. Here I come. It's not a straight line. It's not a straight line. Now we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands. Adversity, transition, uncertainty, competition, and tension. Ooh, interesting. So again, Four of Strength, it's about other people. There's a little bit of a like push-pull, pull-pull, push-pull, push-pull. Get ready for a challenge and get ready to respond creatively. Five of Wands hints at conflict and adversity that fuels your ambition and response. A new element has entered the fray and shaken things up. A negotiation is becoming involved and tense. Perhaps you and your partner are arguing over which apartment to move into. This clash of personalities, wills, and desires shows that the security and harmony brought by the Four of Wands has transitioned to a new state of growth and conflict. You want to prove yourself and you're eager to make it happen. With all growth comes growing pains. Oh my gosh. Okay. In order to become better, we sometimes need to be pushed. Okay. Right? Growing pains. Growing pains. Growing pains. Growing pains. Pushed. Conflict. Lovers. Communication. Right? Now, okay, this one's a little bit of a bummer, but again, it doesn't have to be. And it's probably because of these other things, okay? Sadness, betrayal, heartbreak, suffering. It's tough to admit, but heartbreak has arrived. Three of Swords is a card of pain and suffering, no two ways about it. This card touches on emotional pain, but remember that this is a suit of swords. Your pain most likely has to do with communication issues, moral or ideological friction, or a betrayal of intention or commitment. Cry it out, vent to a good friend, seeking understanding, validations, and catharsis will help you move forward. So, again, don't. I always want to make sure that, of course, if this resonates with you and you know something's going on, then yes, it probably is. You have intuition. But especially with the way this reading is going, I don't dwell on thinking that this is telling you that if you have a partner or you want a partner, that they were cheating or they are cheating or you're going to have your heart ripped out. Things like that. You could just be sad because you're having communication issues. You're struggling. This could also be brought on by their own triggers, their past traumas, your own. You could be dealing with a twin flame, which can be very painful. Again, it is not a storybook romance. But then you end this beautiful, interesting dynamic here with the beautiful Empress card, which makes this even more interesting. You might end up being the longest one, Libra. I'm sorry. You have femininity and nurture and creativity and abundance and beauty and motherhood. She represents creativity, motherhood, and femininity. She indicates there can be abundant growth, whether it be personal, professional, or interpersonal. She cares for herself and those around her, nurturing them with patient affection and love. Pulling the Empress is a sign to luxuriate in the beauty you see around you. Be inspired and create. So, yes. With this said, okay, you have things to still heal, but you are getting there. You are working on it. You may have a miscommunication. It happens. You don't have to fly off the handle, but, this is better for you. This is something that will either put you into a tower moment where we need to grow. The universe wants us to grow. You have success coming in. And the first breath, beginner's mind. That is the card that the Shaman Dream just gave me. So you have an opportunity to have new beginnings, to have new communications, to, even if you do have a little bit of an ending cycle here, even with your partner, you could be opening a wonderful new chapter with them because you guys communicated your needs. You communicated so that you can get this into the upright position, so that you can remove the codependencies and the toxicity of it. And this could also be work-related. Again, with having trust issues with your ideas, trust issues with a promotion. And you know what? It might happen. It might throw you in a wrench in the works, and it might throw you into having to be like, you know what? And we have this Five of Wands come up, and you go, no, that's not what we do. This is what we do. I know my worth. I know my success. Right? The first breath, a fresh start and renewed curiosity. Natural trust, beginner's mind. Card 21. When the first breath card shows up for you, it is time to leave the old stories and tales behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another. There is nothing else you need to do but take in the new world that is revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. There is no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been or how tight the passage to get to where you are now. Just take it all in and experience the awe and wonder of your arrival at this destination. Even if it is a familiar place you have come to many times before, try to experience it as if it is the first time, for you are renewed, and the old you is no longer your concern. Yes, Libra. Yes. All right. Practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming what you see and experience. That situation that was so difficult only a few days ago, just be with it and breathe. You have already gone beyond it, have overcome and resolved it, even if no one else realizes this yet. Soon enough, they will, as you move on.
Do not squander the power of first breath, giving the old narrative, mouth to mouth resuscitation. Use it for new beginnings, to animate a world you can play and create in. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of your word. Awesome, Libra. That is such a wonderful card to finish out on. I am so excited for you. We have big things coming. As said, I can't wait to do love readings for you all. I can't wait to see what is coming, if it is more success, or perhaps it is a love interest or a love triangle. Whatever the case may be, I am so excited for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if it resonates or if you simply just enjoyed it, like and subscribe. I will see you next time. I'm so grateful for you. Stay blessed.